I am very sorry for that thing that just happened there. For some reason, my my YouTube just disconnected. Don't know why. Very stupid. But I mean, it is what it is. So. So let's just get this race underway here. Jamie Morris did have a spin, but it will be Jamie Morris that will be taking this race away on the grid. So hopefully this race can have a good event here in the fields of the Japanese circuit. For 5.8 kilometers, these drivers will have to face of 27 laps. Jamie Morris will probably should be catching up anytime soon. We will be starting, I think, 9 o'clock sharp GMT. Sharp. If I mean sharp, I mean sharp on time. As now he's going to line up on the grid. Jamie Morris, the man that we're going to be looking for at the start of the Japanese Grand Prix. Hopefully it's going to be a good race today. As everyone lines up. Now we can get this party started, shall we? So it's now going to be 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and we are underway here for the Japanese Grand Prix. Good start from Jamie Morris. Lights right behind. Jamie, what's the start from Clarkey? Overtaking the AlphaTauri of Lights going into turn 1. Morris currently in the lead. Clarkey right behind. Lights really dropping back now into P4. LPE is now fighting with Hella High here. Johan Clark is rounding the S's there. He's trying to catch up to Jamie Morris, but Jamie Morris looks like he's going to have the speed, and he's already got a penalty. Just in the S's already, and Pepper Sling is out. Clarkey lands a bit in the gravel there. Lights closely behind. Well, only a second separates the two, and the Dutch face is right up the gearbox of Lights here. LPE's out, so it's starting to be a wreck fest. It's a VSC. It might be changed to full course. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. No fights now currently to commentate. All gaps are pretty wide, other than the two Aston Martins. Now with the separation of the pack, what's going to happen here? The only people trying to race is the back. Like Hella High and Pele, they're all trying to keep a pretty close distance just not to make any contact. And we're back underway here in, and the Ural Clarkey goes down the inside on Jamie Morris. Can he keep it? Yes, he can. It's going to be P1 for Clarkey here. What I was saying was we are going to get back underway here in the Suzuka International Circuit, until I noticed Clarkey was speeding down to catch up to Jamie Morris. As now Jamie Morris can't now get the speed to find on those mediums, but Clarkey's on those mediums as well, so Clarkey just does not want to do any mistakes in my opinion. I am getting some stick drift. Hopefully that problem can be fixed out soon. As there's nothing again to compensate. Like, gaps are shaping up, but they aren't really close. The closest fight so far is Clarkey and Morris. as Morris is now going to get the speed to catch up here on the bridge. What will Morris perform here? Going into that quick left sweep. Morris is now going to go, no, he's not going to go down the inside. He does not think about it as much. With Lights right behind, he needs to make a move soon. Because Lights looks like he's going to have that pace going into the first couple corners. McDutchface with the fastest lap of the session. 131.7 or 2. I don't know, I couldn't read in time. Jamie Morris is really defending here from Lights, and Clark is defending from Morris, which is now starting to separate the three as much, and that's just going to be separating the gap. I don't know, and I couldn't commentate, and then just don't know what to do. Oh no, and Pelly having a fight. Will Noah keep it? He's gonna close the door on Pelly, but Pelly's gonna carry on fighting back close to the door again. Goes defensive, gets those elbows out. It really gets them out as well. And this gap is just starting, this pack is just starting to separate more and more, which I don't like seeing. Pelly is now gonna trying once again to catch up to Noah. Helen High is trying to catch up to Pelly. This fight can commentate a whole new thing, but so is the top three, because it looks like Lights is regaining the speed and is catching up to Jamie Morris, and Jamie Morris is trying to eye up a move from Clarky here. Into the S's they go. What can happen here? Lights is now going to catch up to Jamie Morris here. The two houses are fighting down there, but the top three is now starting to get all bunched up again. That's what we like to see in commentating skills and commentary booths and things like that. Lights is now going to try and pull out to the left, a bit early. Oh, they almost made contact. The top three, I think, almost all made contact, which looked pretty weird there. Because now McDutchface is now going to get into the mixture of battle for P1. It's going to be a four-way battle going into one of the hardest parts of the circuit, and that's Freddy dropping back. What's happening to him? He's had a spin, and that's also Dodoligo as well. That's pretty upsetting for the two drivers. Clark is now going to try and defend from Jamie Morris, who is really starting to catch up, because it's already been, I just saw see this gap from 6/10 to go down into 3, and then Lights is now 2/10 behind Jamie Morris. This top three is not going to separate, are they? Because they are just keep on trying to fight. They keep on trying to make a move. Just as Lights is going to do it right now, down the inside of Jamie Morris, he backs out to hope no contact. Into the chicane. Donster's fighting with Pelly down there. Done that move, I think nicely. Jamie Morris has overtaken Clarkey. Sadly, I didn't notice. Jamie Morris goes a bit wide, and Clarkey goes back into the P1 spot. Lights right behind. And if I mean right behind, because he was literally 1/10 behind. These three drivers who have lots of skill now will fight forever now, I feel like. And McDutchface is now joining as well. McDutchface has joined the fun. Ignore that, guys. I should go away in a minute. Lights is now going to try and make a move on Jamie Morris. It's going to be a big fight for P1 into the chicane. Side by side between first and second place in qualifying. And it's going to be Light in P2. Jamie Morris is now slipping back from P1 to P3. And McDutchface can even get into the mix as well. You never know. Jamie Morris is now going to pull out to the right. What can he do? Nothing. As he gets backed into. Only 3 lads with penalties so far. Dudley and Mason were fighting, I think, because they were switching positions. The Alfa Romeos are really now struggling here in this championship because Mason is not getting any points, and he's had a spin as well as the gravel. I thought he had a spin. He looked like he did when I left him. And there goes Freddie. So now Mason is currently in dead last on the grid order, excluding the drivers who have DNF'd. Clarkey once again. Clarkey keeps on getting penalties, which is really letting him down. Because he's already got 9 seconds in 7 laps, and that's what you really don't see. As Lightson's now going to pull up to the left, and he's going to make a move around the outside in the chicane. What can he do? Can he be P1? Yes, it will be. Lights takes P1 here in the Japanese Grand Prix. But will Clarkey scrap back? But it's going to be 3 wide into turn 1. Lights backs out. It's going to be what it was earlier, a couple laps ago. But Lights goes back onto Jamie Morris. Jamie Morris goes back on Lights. Wow, this has just created a great fight down the straight. Oh yeah, I forgot I was alone. Lights is now going to go and try and catch up to Jamie Morris in the Mercedes, as Jamie Morris is now being pushed. He can't really catch up to Clarkey and get a good racing, because he's not catching up even really, is he though? I don't know. But 9 seconds worth of penalties, which is just shocking. First of all, I haven't seen that in a long time. I've seen a 14 seconds, but not 9 in a long time. Into those fast corners they go. They're all fighting. They are all fighting. Morris really pushes Clarkey there. It shows that he knows the fighting spirit for fighting for P1 there. Which looks just pretty serious. So overall, I'm just hoping for a good race to happen, because everyone is fighting, everyone is having fun. they just not non-stop going in and pushing and pushing and pushing, because now Clarkie's starting to drop back, and that is not good for the Red Bull team, because he had that P1 for a couple of laps, and Petty is out of the session, and it's a full course safety car. We already knew it was going to happen at some point. That's what we know. Now there's nothing to commentate because it's a safety car, so can't speak. People landing in the pits now. Interesting. Now we're currently in P1. Hopefully safety car's gonna go in this lap, so I could commentate again. There's no one on the stream. It's boring. pretty sad because no one's on stream, no one can check out my commentating. So just gonna wait for the FIA call of safety car going in this lap. So that's just gonna take some time. I think just going off the bridge. So get back on the way. Yep. So the FIA has said that the safety car will be going this lap. Noah will take it away in P1. Jamie Morris behind. Lights in P3. Clarkey in P4. Dutch Face in P5. Then Cartboy in P6. Pro Strike in P7. Troy P8. Donster P9. Deathwish P10. And Noah's gone and he's spun straight off the bat. And Jamie Morris will get this race running in the lead. And it's already kicked off as chaos. Mason's gone. Noah's gone into the chicane. That is very painful. And now penalties are being given out. Lights in P2, Clock in P3. It's the same order that we had a couple laps ago now. It's starting to get boring, kinda. As Clarkey's now going to go and try and catch up to Lights as Morris is a second ahead of Lights, and Lights is now, I think, the main focus is Clarkey, and Lights gives enough space. I think he was too kind there to Clarkey, as Clarkey now claims P2. I think he gave a bit too much space. I think he should have got those elbows out, but I mean, so it was his decision. I'm not his engineer or anything. Going down up the hill goes now Troy. Tries to catch up to Pro Striker. Pro Striker trying to catch up to Cartboy. Cartboy, I think, having no chance currently of catching up to Dutch Face. Lights. Oh, Clarkey almost lost his back end there. Jamie Morris gets fastest lap of the 131.7. Gonna pull out to the left. Clark is gonna get those elbows out and blocks it. So Lights was a bit nice going into that corner. Noah gets a 5-second stop go he can convert to. Now let's talk about tyres. Everyone has got new tyres except for Noah. Old tyres except for Noah. So overall, it is just focused on a couple of other drivers. Now everyone is now going to be pretty careful, let's say. And that Ariel, I believe that was, he was just yellow flag in his terrain, which was pretty weird. Noah is catching up to Mason. I mean, Noah is on the fresher and quicker tyres than Mason, but fresher by not a lot. So, and Dudlego is out of the session. So that's 4 DNF'd in 13 laps. Didn't expect not that many. I mean, it is Japan. It's a pretty DNF-y track. DRS has been re-enabled. As Clarkey goes faster with 131.4. Lights Fire is the only one we can commentate, and he's the closest one. So now Lights is going to go into the S's. Ariel gets a 3-second penalty. What's happened there? Clark just vanished. Clarkey's gone. Clark has done a mistake. So that's going to be very poor for Red Bull, as they are trying to catch up in the championship. So that's not going to look good for them. Not far for Tauri either. So currently the fight is just between Mercedes and Williams. And again, I'll say it again, Light Light and Troy are the only ones that are up in the championship fight, and is still up. They're just still catching up there. And overall, that's just what they get. That's what they receive. As McDutchface is now trying to catch up to Light as he does a mistake into the first chicane, bounces off the curb. Very unlucky. Lap 15 out of 27. Already not long left to go. Pretty interesting that it's that quick. And Ariel can get converted 5-second stop go, or just 5 seconds at the end of the race. And then a 3-second penalty straight after that is just pain. Penalties. Ariel with 14. Clarky with 9. So far it's been 14. Yeah, now this is the real scene. 14. Ariel is out. And it's a full cost safety car once again. Why is my life like this? The cars are pretty much separated as well. Like Noah's all the way in the pits. It's so far back. It's gonna take time. Get there. It's the queue. Same for Mason. He is already catching up. That's Morris in the pits. Will Light follow? Yes, he will. Dutch Face, no. Cartboy, no. Pro Striker, no. Troy, yes. Donster, yes. Deathwish, yes. Hella High, no. Freddy, yes. Clark as well. That's gonna look weird there because he did capture a bit. Because it did look like Freddy brake checked Clarky. Not sure though. Will Mason follow the other lot? Nope. How about Noah? Still gonna take him some time. I'm not gonna focus on him. He already did pit, so. Noah's almost there. He's just a couple corners behind. Hopefully, safety car's going in this lap if Noah catches up, because I'm getting tired. "11 laps left to go." Yep, safety car's in this lap. Noah has catched up. I didn't even notice. Ooh, McDodge face. Ooh, just ooh. Morrison's lights are pretty high up there after pinging twice in the safety car. McDodge face should go. Should blast off anytime soon. He's just gonna hold the others back. And he shot off into the wild. And that's Pro Striker dropping very hardly. He's had a spin into the chicane. Death Wish is out. So will it be a safety car recalled once again? Probably the safety car man is probably going to get annoyed anytime soon, because he has to keep on coming out for this stupid police race, which is trying to make him mad, basically. And that's Freddy, I think. Yep, that's Freddy. So I won't be surprised it will just be the top 10 at the end, and Noah's out as well. And it's... no, it's not. For a second thought it was the safety car. Only 11 drivers stand tall on here in the Japanese Grand Prix, and it's going to be McDutch Face taking it away into lap 19 with the purple sector 2. It does show that he's got confidence on these tyres. He shows that he's got pace, but depends, will he pit? No. Starting to look really unlikely. He is saying fastest laps though. The hards might stay, but I'm not sure with mediums for McDutch Face. Oh! Surprise there from Troy. They made contact there. They hella high hooks the side pod and the rear tyre, rear left I believe, of Troy there. And it's currently just the midfield now fighting. Clark is the closest one to Dunster. Or Dunster, lots of sparks there. Probably lots of things on the floor. Might have got a bit of damage. Never know. I think one more DNF and it's a safety car. I feel like it is gonna happen like that. I'm just gonna step. Oh, Light is catching up to Jamie Morris. It's a big fight for P2 here. DRS has been re-enabled, and a 1:30.4 has been set by Lights fastest lap. So pretty lots of speed, and not that much left here in WCR round 17 at the Suzuka International Circuit. So overall, it's going to be a big fight now for Pete for that silver medal, and maybe even the bronze medal, as Light is now catching up in the background there of the broadcast camera. It's another yellow flag. That's Pro Striker, I believe, having a spin on the first couple of S's. Morris is now defending from Light, as Light is now going to try to cut in from the inside, which looks like a very weird strategy there. So just pull to the left and cut in to the hairpin of turn 11. So up the hill he goes. Jamie Morris now needs to defend from Lights here. He's going to pull out to the left. Nope, he's going to stay behind for now, currently looks like. Because now he's not. Around the outside into the chicane, the exact move he'd done early on Clarkey when he became 3 wide down the straight. Can Lights keep it? No, he can't. Morris will keep his bronze medal to him. It won't be snatched away by Lights. Jamie Morris is still defending, and Carboy is still running away. And it currently looks like McDutchface will win this race unless he pits, because it does currently look like he will pit. Don't know though, because Pro Striker's mediums have gone for 12 laps, which is, believe me, pretty long. URL Clarkey is now trying to defend from hella high. So is he going to pull out to the left, pull out to the right? No, he's going to pull out to the left. Down the inside maybe? No, he's going to stay behind. No, he's not. He's going to send it. He's going to send it for P6. He's done it. He was hungry. And Lights is now trying to get P3. He is so desperate for that podium, Lights is. He is very desperate. As he goes maybe down the inside, no, he's going to back out. The top 4 is now starting to gather, because McDutchface is starting to be pulled back, because, oh, Jamie Morris there pretty much done a mistake. That's going to cut out the P1 fight just for Cartboy and McDutchface, unless the two will catch up. McDutchface in P1, Cartboy in P2, Jamie Morris in P3, Lights in P4, into the hairpin. That's Cartboy! He's had a spin! That is a spin from Cartboy. That is very unlucky for Ferrari and for him, because it looks like he had his race in those hands. So those old tyres is now starting to lose grip there. So McDutchface might have the same outcome very soon. Into the pits, will he go? No. Is he going to stay out for the whole race? If he does, it might be a big mistake for him, because those tyres are going to run out, because Pro Striker pitted at the exact same amount of tyre wear. So I think it will be time for Cartboy to pit. No, he's going to stay out. Very bold of him, because he did do a mistake there, but he's going to stay out, I think, for the rest. He might lose pace, but still, he's still going to get points for Ferrari unless he DNFs. So, McDodgeface needs to somehow compete with the lads on the mediums and softs behind him. He really needs to find out a way to defend, because these lot are way younger. They've got way younger tyres than McDodgeface has. McDodgeface has almost beaten out those medium tyres, and Jamie Morris's lights and Troy's tyres are still pretty young. Well, not really for Troy, but for Jamie Morris and lights, they're pretty young. They're half age still. And Lights is right behind Jamie Morris, and Jamie Morris is right behind McDodgeface. So this is going to cause a great fight for P1 here in the final closing stages of the race. Currently looks like it's going to be around the outside from Lights on Jamie Morris. Can he keep it if we go on board here with Jamie Morris? Yes, he can. It will be P2 for Lights. No, it won't. Oh, will it be? Oh, will it be P1? They made contact. And it's going to be P1 for Lights. Lights can win his first WCR race in the Diamond class. That might be very good for him, as he rounds the S's, lap 24 out of 27. Not much left, and let's keep that in mind that Jamie Morris does have a 3-second penalty. He just needs to hope for Lights to get one and Jamie Morris to overtake Lights, and then Bosch, Morris can win this race unless McDodgeface can catch up. But I think he needs to pit now because he is starting to lose pace now. He's dropping back to Morris. Troy is catching up, well, not anymore, but he was. He is still quick, because he is slowly catching up to Morrison, but then he's easily dropping back. And then he's getting pushed back into Troy. So currently there's now no fights to commentate about, because if Morris overtakes Lights, he needs to get a 3-second gap, which doesn't look happening. If he gets a penalty, the race is back on. If Lights gets a penalty, the race is back on. And if I mean back on, I mean back on. I think Morris has given up here, because he doesn't think Lights can get a penalty, but he can. Because what if he's on his last warning? Oh, he's had a spin! Oh, Lights! Lights! No! Poor Lights from his race win in his sights, now out of the podium places. That is very unfortunate. He's going to be very, very mad at himself now. It always happens to him. He's in a good mood and then he gets destroyed. Very, very unlucky. So now Morris needs to get a 3-second gap on McDodgeface to claim P1 here. I bet Lice is kicking himself there. Feel bad for him. Because Jamie Morris can go away and get this win, because unless Troy... I mean, he is on the softs, he's on a quicker compound tyre. But it's being held back by McDodgeface. Currently going to look like Jamie Morris will claim the race win here, but McDodgeface is catching up here. What's going to happen? Is that gap gonna go cha-ching? 3 seconds on the final lap. It's gonna look very close. Unless Jamie Morris gets another penalty. It's gonna be Jamie Morris's day, I think. No! McDutchface is catching up slowly. Now he's dropping back again. Oh, it's gonna be close. Jamie Morris can't do a mistake. He can't do it. He does not want to do one. He does not want to turn into lights. He does not want to disappoint himself. It is so close now. Troy's made a move on Jamie Morris. What can Troy do? But that's going to benefit Jamie Morris because now he's going to sprint away from McDutchface. Yes, it's going to be Jamie Morris, I think, winning the Japanese Grand Prix. Unless something will happen. If I look on penalties, it will be Jamie Morris. It does look like it's going to be Jamie Morris. Around the final corner, and it will be Jamie Morris winning the Japanese Grand Prix. What a stunning drive from the, believe Englishman. From the Englishman. Yes, it is. Started pole, gets the race win. That is Jamie Morris for you. He takes, what I'll say again, he takes the race win in the Japanese Grand Prix, but I believe Jamie Morris might be under investigation because he did do some dirty plays. So this is your race winners today. It is Pepper's League, then LPE, then Pelly, then Dodligo, then Ariel, then Deathwish, Noah, Freddy, Pro Striker, Mace, Clarky, Mason, Cartboy, Hell High, Donster, Lights, Troy, McDutchface. And then in P1, the race winner in the Mercedes is Jamie Morris. So the fastest lap was set by Clarky with a 1:29.683, 29 seconds worth of penalties. Wow, that is a lot of penalties. Only 4 though. thank you guys very much for this amazing drive, and thank you for tuning in for the stream. Thank you. Hope you have a nice day, WCR channel, and have a